guys, today we're going to be talking about VR, or as people call it, virtual reality. So I think one of the main experiences of VR is how you feel after playing for 3 hours. This is basically a little timeline of what it feel like. First you play VR, then you take it off, then you feel tired, then you collapse, then the next day you go to the eye surgeon to get eye surgery, then you go back, use the VR again, forget to turn on the screensaver this time, then you get eye surgery again, then you do it again, then the eye surgeon tells you you're in debt, then you find out yes, you are actually in debt, and you can't buy eye surgery, your eyes are totally useless now, you're blind, and you wish you would just put on screensaver. Yep, that's basically just the VR experience in a nutshell. Get out! My main problems with VR experience is, as I said, the feeling you get after playing for like 3 hours straight.
3 hours later.
You take off your headset. First, you are sweaty. You have marks on your head. Your eyes are in pain. Your body just collapses, and then you're just sitting there resting for like, I don't know, having a 10-hour nap because your body feels like crap for some reason. I don't know what it is about VR. Our parents were right about us not looking at TVs so close. Maybe they were right for once. Because I do feel like crap after looking at 2 screens right in front of my face. Well, they do actually have lenses that make it easier, but it still does feel like crap to look into. And that's my main problems with VR. VR on itself is a great invention, not gonna lie. It took a lot of time to make, and it's had very much improvements over time. It's just when they're looking like they're worrying about upgrading hand tracking. They're worrying about basically letting you like experience touch, but VR headsets still feel horrible to wear. They make you feel uncomfortable they make you feel very uncomfortable. Yes, it is a nice experience, but then your face gets really hot and you just have to take off the headset, otherwise you feel like you're gonna collapse. And then you collapse. You took too long. Yeah, don't worry, I have the same experience too. I'm not saying VR is a bad thing, as I said earlier. It's a good thing. I'm glad that we can finally experience stuff, have hand tracking, and finally play the goofy gorilla game where you can, climb in trees. I like Gorilla Tag, okay? I have 2 VR headsets. One that cost me $700 New Zealand, which, I don't know how much that is American. And then I got one second hand. You might be thinking, why do I have 2 headsets? It's a long story. But yeah, I actually used the second-hand one because originally I got a Pico 4, I think, a Pico 4, which what it is it's this headset. It's like a competitor to MetaQuest. It's like a more goofy version of it. It's like the headset looks different. It has like this screen in the front, and like with pass-through, it's actually just fully color. Like it's not black and white like pass-through on the MetaQuest is. It's actually fully color. So like it actually looks good, except from the MetaQuest where you can't see. I'm sorry, you just can't see anything. And yeah, that's basically what it's like. And then I got the MetaQuest because the Pico 4. It has since it's another company, it's not way less popular. It has like barely any games. It has some good games, but it doesn't have Beat Saber, it doesn't have Gorilla Tag. I was using it for a lot, and I was using Steam Link, and then I got the MetaQuest, and I'm still using Steam Link because I have spent way too much money on my Gorilla Tag account. So yeah, that's kind of my idea on VR. As I said, I don't have anything wrong with VR, but also now the problem with MetaQuest, and the reason I got a Pico 4, was because MetaQuest is now under the, well, Meta, under Facebook, and the lizard guy. I'm sorry, the CEO just looked like a lizard. And now I have to hitch it up with my Facebook account, and And the problem with Meta is that if they find out you're a kid who's using the VR, they will just immediately ban you. Like, I'm not joking. They will just take out your parents' account. So my mom was afraid that if I used the Meta Quest, her account would just be terminated. And she actually still uses Facebook, so that was a problem. And that's why I got the Pico 4, which has one of the worst game libraries. So yeah, that was my experience. Not a very pleasant one, but I finally did get the Meta Quest 2 secondhand because we needed a second headset for, as I said, it's a long story. But yeah, that was, but yeah, so now I have two headsets. One that I barely use at all, the Pico 4, and one that I use a lot, even though it's the one that's in worse condition. Also, the Pico 4 actually has a proper head strap, except from the Quest, which just has a little, like, string thing that you just, like, Velcro thing. The Pico 4 actually has a proper thing, but that still wasn't making up for its just trash game library. Like, most popular games, I couldn't find it. I couldn't play Beat Saber, I couldn't play Gorilla Tag, and I mainly got VR to play Gorilla Tag, I'm sorry. I just think Monkey Game looked cool. But yeah, that is my experience with VR. It's been a fun experience, and I do still use VR sometimes. It's just something that I've got to learn is to not play for extended periods of time, because I'm gonna feel like crap.